finished his job in there and he did what he had to do. Yeah, Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, you know? That fight would be good. You're gonna get hit in the fight, you know? That's one thing we all know. And I believe in my abilities, and I believe in myself that I can handle anything that any fighter.
Although there are still 6 months left before their highly anticipated super fight in September, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have already started intensifying the atmosphere. The two athletes had a meeting earlier today with Turki Alalshikh, but what was supposed to be a cordial gathering soon turned into something else entirely.
Canelo and Riyadh and made the big fight.
During their meeting, tensions flared between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, almost leading to a physical confrontation. Turki Alalshikh, who was present, wouldn't have been able to intervene. The purpose of the meeting in Saudi Arabia was to finalize the details of their mega fight. However, the two fighters met at the airport and proceeded to Turki's residence.
Excellency didn't seem as into this in the past, and now last night seems very on board making this happen. What changed on his end?
I don't know. You have to ask him. You know, I think it's a very intriguing fight. You know, Canelo and me is the same height. I got longer reach than Canelo. I'm faster than Canelo. But Canelo is bigger than me. He's stronger than me. So we both giving away something, but we both gaining something.
Both fighters' teams had expected them to show respect for each other, especially since there had been no prior animosity. Historically, both Canelo and Crawford had shown mutual respect while anticipating a future fight. However, things took a turn when Crawford attempted to approach Canelo at the airport for a friendly exchange, only to be snubbed by the Mexican fighter.
No make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you never know. You never know in boxing. I'll go up and down and fight everybody out there. So it's possible. Why not?
Brings at me or throw at me. You know, I gotta be able to believe in myself if I'm gonna get in the ring with you. I can't go in the ring thinking, oh man, if this guy hit me, he's gonna knock me out, or if this guy hit me, he's gonna break my ribs. So now, you know, if he was talking about Deontay Wilder or something.
Crawford, determined to engage with Canelo, tried several times to approach him, but Canelo nearly lashed out. The confrontation escalated with both men exchanging heated words and nearly coming to blows. Thankfully, their respective teams intervened to separate them, and the authorities at the airport helped prevent any further escalation. The two then proceeded to Turki's residence, where it's believed the Saudi boxing mogul managed to defuse the situation. A picture later surfaced of the three Crawford, Canelo, and Turki Alalshikh posted on social media.
The history of boxing. In September, then 2 more fights in 26. Don't miss with the line.
The boxing world has been eagerly awaiting a historic fight to heat things up, and with Turki Alalshikh's involvement, it seems the fight has been perfectly timed. Canelo Alvarez and former undisputed champion Terence Crawford have met several times with Sheikh, but now their interactions have become even more intense following these recent exchanges.
Oh, well, it ain't really no message, you know. It's all respect over here, you know, and if, you know, he do decide to come our way and me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight, you know. It won't be like any other fight that he's fought recently, and it'd be a well-fought fight for both of us, I believe.
Any doubt in your mind that you beat him?
Of course I beat him. It ain't no doubt in my mind that I won't beat anybody.
Fans are hoping for chaos and intensity in what's expected to be the match of the year. Both Crawford and Canelo Alvarez know how to give the audience exactly what they crave. With Turki Alalshikh at the forefront of negotiations, the preparations for what could be one of boxing's biggest events are underway. Initially, Canelo was hesitant to take on a 37-year-old Crawford from Omaha. However, it seems that the Mexican superstar has had a change of heart and is now preparing for the challenge. There's speculation that Turki Alalshikh might have offered a substantial purse to convince Canelo, even though he already has a scheduled match against William Skull in May for the Cinco de Mayo weekend. But it's the fight with Terence Crawford that's stealing the spotlight.
Para este imbécil intento de gente que tengo aquí a mi izquierda, que no se le olvide que yo ya vine siendo el Canelo a Estados Unidos y que solamente lucró con mi nombre. Nunca perdí un solo centavo, sino nomás ganó dinero. ¿Ya le pagaste a Golovkin lo que le quería robar? ¿Sí? Muy bien.
In an interview with a major boxing platform, the 34-year-old Canelo revealed he's ready for the clash with Bud. He admitted that he might not get credit for taking on Crawford, but stated that in boxing, anything is possible, while he respects Crawford as a great fighter. Canelo questioned the talks surrounding a fight between him and Crawford, a fighter from the 147 pounds weight class. He suggested that facing Crawford would be an easier fight for him, provided the financials were right.
Hopefully once you guys get in there.
I don't know. I just think, his punching power and his physical size is the only thing that I really...
For Crawford, the desire to face Canelo has been evident ever since his victory over Errol Spence, which made him the undisputed welterweight champion. He views the fight as a legacy opportunity, a clash between two of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters. Though Crawford acknowledges Canelo's superior size, he's ready for the challenge, maintaining a respectful attitude toward his opponent.
I really have to worry about. But who knows? Once we get in the ring, we don't know how I'll handle his punching power, his size. I've been fighting bigger guys my whole life, so I'm pretty familiar with that aspect of it.
As the fight approaches, Crawford understands that he'll need to contend with Canelo's size and power, but he remains confident. Throughout his undefeated 41-0 career, Crawford has faced bigger opponents and believes he can overcome Canelo's advantages. He's determined to emerge victorious and has no doubts about his ability.
Comment. Your reaction to that. And that seems like that you do want this fight now.
Well, I've been wanting to fight, I feel as if that's a legacy fight. I feel as if, this is the biggest fight in boxing today.
The potential fight between Canelo and Crawford is especially significant because both men's Hall of Fame-worthy careers appear to be nearing their end. Canelo, at 34, has been fighting professionally for nearly 20 years and has accumulated a remarkable the 2nd of February 60 to record some of his toughest battles, including his controversial fights with Gennady Golovkin, have led to wear and tear. Meanwhile, Crawford, at 37, is not getting any younger and has fought 41 bouts without suffering a defeat. This fight seems to make sense given both fighters' positions in their careers.
Fight right here is like the last of the Mohicans. We both come in the era where Floyd Mayweather was #1 pound for pound, Showtime, and HBO era, that type of era. So,
both Crawford and Canelo have been undisputed champions in their respective divisions, an increasingly rare achievement in boxing. Canelo has been in numerous high-profile super fights against fighters like Golovkin and Floyd Mayweather, while Crawford's first major super fight came when he dominated Errol Spence. Crawford, who last fought at super welterweight, would need to move up to weight classes to challenge Canelo, the super middleweight king.
I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and I always say that. No disrespect him, but sometimes he's.
Canelo lost his undisputed title at 168 pounds when the IBF stripped him, and the belt was later claimed by the relatively unknown William Skull. Before his fight with Crawford in September, Canelo has promised Turki Alalshikh that he intends to reclaim the IBF belt from Skull. The aim is for Canelo versus Crawford to be an undisputed world super middleweight championship match, which means Canelo must first take the belt from Skull.
Out a small fighter like Charlo, he's big, which he is big, and everybody's talking about if I'm gonna face Crawford, fighter 147, who is smaller than Charlo.
Crawford is fully aware of the physical disadvantage he faces against Canelo, but he remains confident that he can overcome it. Many analysts have questioned his ability to compete effectively at super middleweight, especially after his most recent performance appoints victory over Israel Madrimov at super welterweight. That lacked the dominant performance many had expected.
I say that. Everybody that believes in hardcore boxing fans, they know Crawford can beat Canelo just like they knew Bud was going to beat Smith. It's real simple. Real simple. You just got to know boxing in order for you to be able to say that.
Despite these doubts, the prospect of a Canelo versus Crawford fight has captured the imagination of boxing fans worldwide. The combination of power, speed, technique, and charisma from both fighters promises an unforgettable spectacle. Canelo has traditionally fought twice a year, in May and September, and is set to do so again in 2025. Crawford, on the other hand, has decided to wait until September to fight Canelo, a risky decision after he took a tune-up fight before facing Errol Spence.
Are we still waiting for that second fight to happen? I don't know, man. I don't know. They still got to work things out and see where they go from there.
I know Tim Bruce made before the run out there as an opponent. What do you want Crawford to do?
Butter stop him.
Yeah.
Butter stop him.
Think that they can give a shot at Bud after, with the belt not even being on the line? Is that a fight that...
Although the fight seems more media-driven than competitive, with Crawford fighting at 150 for pounds to weight classes below Canelo, both Crawford and Turki Alalshikh managed to convince Canelo to accept the fight, despite questions about how competitive the matchup may be. Canelo isn't underestimating Crawford, acknowledging his rare boxing skills and undefeated record after 41 fights.
The way Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never, maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined. So of course, why would he call up Benavidez when he's calling out Canelo, man?
Robert Garcia, Canelo's trainer, spoke about Crawford's skills and how he no longer needs to prove anything to anyone. He believes that Crawford wants the big fight with Canelo, and if he doesn't get it, he might never fight again. Garcia pointed out that Crawford has several potential opponents in the junior middleweight division, including Sebastian Fundora and Jermel Charlo.
He's not gonna pitch out.
You don't think he could go all 12?
He won't pitch out.
He will. He'll do better.
He'll put up some good rounds. Get knocked out, but he'll put up some good rounds, and that's better than what Charlo did.
Hey, because he'll fight.
Yeah, exactly. He'll fight. He'll.
However, Garcia also believes that Crawford doesn't need to fight anyone else unless it's against Canelo. He has already achieved everything in his career and doesn't need to fight just to please fans. His financial security means he only needs to fight for the legacy of a huge showdown against Canelo, which could be his final fight.
I'm not even, he can hit. Like I know he can hit.
And he has a great chin. Has he ever been dropped ever?
He was hurt. Cotto's brother.
Yeah, but that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but he got hurt. So what? He did get hurt.
Hey, you bring up Crawford getting hurt by Gamboa. That was 1,000 years ago.
When did I ever say that?
You said that the other day.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you did.
What's it called?
If the fight does happen, Garcia believes Crawford can hold his own for several rounds, while Canelo may ultimately be the big and strong. Garcia feels that Crawford's skills and speed will allow him to earn Canelo's respect and make the first few rounds highly competitive.
See, Burger says that Canelo hits just a slight less heavy-handed than Caballo.
Wow.
You think Caballo's stronger?
I think Caballo's heavier-handed. I think Canelo's stronger, but I think Caballo, there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference between powers.
Right.
Caballo is heavier-handed. Like when he was jabbing to the body.
Okay, to be fair, Caballo weighed 220 pounds when he sparred him. Well, he didn't.
Mikey Garcia, a fellow boxing professional, recently praised Crawford for his accomplishments, but questioned how Crawford would handle Canelo. At 168 pounds, Garcia believes Canelo's size and experience at super middleweight will be decisive, even though Crawford is a more skilled fighter.
I'm not even a fan of that fight. They're too many weight classes apart. And although the skills, Crawford is one of the best fighters that I've seen. Now, Canelo is, fighting at 168. Crawford.
While Garcia thinks Crawford's skills are impressive, he believes the difference in size will be the deciding factor. He would prefer to see Canelo face other challenges at 175 pounds, and for Crawford to stick to the junior middleweight division. Both fighters have different paths to take, and Garcia suggests they consider alternatives to facing each other.
I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, power and size. Now, skill-wise, I think Crawford's a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think Crawford.
As a fan, Garcia would rather see Canelo challenge fighters like Dimitri Bivol at 175 pounds and for Crawford to fight other contenders at 154 pounds. He argues that both fighters have nothing left to prove by fighting each other.
He can attempt that, but there's no money in that compared to the Canelo fight. And Canelo is trying to fight other guys. And
For the best updates on news, moments, events, and action in boxing, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, peace out.